people like to enjoy around the holiday. Lobster, shrimp, and clams are also in demand this time of the year. And supermarkets are making it easy for people to get exactly what they want.
Yeah, Boyers have been doing the annual seafood sale for many years, and it's always around Christmas and New Year's. And we're very successful with it, and we're always outside. It gives you that fresh seafood.
This delicious spread makes its way to the front of the store around Christmas and stays open right until New Year's Eve. There are a variety of foods that are believed to be lucky and to improve the odds that next year will be a great one. And sure enough, fish has made the list. Happy New Year's! A happy New Year starts with a happy belly. Seafood may be a traditional meal on New Year's Day, but many are also looking forward to the beverages that typically are part of the celebration. As millions of Americans prepare to ring in the new year, it is important to remember the safety precautions drivers should take during this festive season. Drive only while drug and alcohol free. Pick up a designated driver for the evening and plan to take a cab or stay with a friend. Please encourage family and friends to pick a designated driver before they head out on New Year's Eve. According to a recent analysis conducted by the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety, during the last decade, the year's highest number of alcohol-related traffic fatalities occur on New Year's Day. 1 in every 4 households cite impaired driving as their greatest safety concern, yet alcohol-impaired drivers make up about 1/3 of motor vehicle deaths. In Pennsylvania alone, there were 444 alcohol-related highway fatalities in 2010, which is about 34% of the total highway deaths in the state that year. This weekend, remember to put a cork in bad behavior by putting your safety first. As the countdown to a new year is on, where will you be spending the eve of 2012? If you're like many, First Night Hazleton will be your destination to bring in the new year. News 13 talked with the coordinator of this event to get the official rundown.
Everything, of course, gets started at 5:30, and then there'll be continuous performance from 5:30 to 11:30. A variety of entertainment, and of course, at 11:30, everyone's invited to gather at the corner of Church and Broad, and we will process down to right in front of where the fireworks are going to be shot off from the roof of the city garage to ring in the new year.
First Night Hazleton has been the place many go for about 10 years now. An exciting evening in downtown Hazleton at the area's only family-friendly New Year's Eve celebration is a perfect way to bring in 2012. Community members came together on a very short notice to help one local family have a Christmas they were not able to originally have. Santa may have skipped the home of 3 little girls who attend ABC Castle, but when community members found out, they called the North Pole immediately to let Santa know he had forgotten about 3 very special girls.
Their mom's a single mom and she works hard, and they came up to me on Tuesday and said, "Santa forgot our house." And I kind of looked at Mom like I didn't know what was going on, and she explained later, out of earshot, that they really didn't get a Christmas because she couldn't afford to get them one. So last night, sometime after 7 o'clock, it was mentioned in various departments around the community that these 3 little girls had missed out on Christmas.
And just like that, members of the Hazleton and McAdoo Fire Departments, the Hazleton Police Department, APTS Ambulance, the ER Department at Hazleton General Hospital, and local residents with big hearts quickly stepped up to make these little girls have the Christmas they so desperately wanted. Santa may have had to run back to the North Pole to pick up some extra gifts he forgot, but he delivered them to these little girls who were definitely on the nice list this year. Before we head to the swearing-in ceremony at the Luzerne County Courthouse for some judges today, also happening there this afternoon, a budget meeting where commissioners approved the final money plan, coming in at $121.7 million, a little less than last year's budget. However, it does include some possible job loss within the courthouse. This was the last official job for the commissioners as their positions were eliminated by the change in government voters chose at the polls. The 2012 money plan, voted into law today in a 2-0 vote with 1 commissioner abstaining, is now left in the hands of new government under the Home Rule Charter and the initial 11 members, which takes over January 2nd. We talked with Commissioner Steve Urban, who will no longer have that job as a commissioner, but will move on to County Council, where he won a seat in November. He says the 3 commissioners, himself included, have done a good job over the years bringing the budget down.
We have done a good job on this budget. It's up to the manager and it's up to the departments to live within their means now and comply with this budget.
Will the budget affect employment in any way?
Well, there are some changes in here, yes, because under the new home rule charter, there's no longer a clerk of courts. That job is being eliminated. It was not funded in the budget. There's no longer a recorder of deeds. That job's been eliminated. Their solicitors have been eliminated in the budget. So there are some in the commissioner's office. There's 3 assistants that will probably be terminated next week because the commissioners are no longer here. The commissioner's salaries aren't in the budget anymore.
The new board will have until February 15th to make any changes to the budget. And while there's no tax hike on the table right now, some say the new council could vote to raise taxes to reduce the number of layoffs. And as we said, passing the budget was the last big job for the 3 current county commissioners in Luzerne. The new form of government will take over as we ring in 2012. The 11-member county council will begin making decisions and leading the county. It was a historic change by voters who chose the new government under home rule, many say because of corruption scandals, budget battles, and tax increases. Longtime Commissioner Steve Urban wanted a seat on the new council and managed to win one in the election. Urban says he knows the job will be somewhat of a challenge and is already prepared to work alongside some he calls, quote, difficult, but he's ready to take it on.
Well, I'm no longer a commissioner. Under the current form of government, I can call up the departments and we can work together. And you can see we can even vote to do off agenda items at a commissioners meeting. I think the 3 of us have worked together well. With 11, I think it's going to be very difficult. I think you've seen the fights at school board meetings. Well, this is a super school board. There's going to be 11 instead of 9. Most school boards are 9. This is 11.
Other than getting right to work on the budget passed today by commissioners, County Council will need to choose a manager for the county by January 2nd. There are 3 finalists for that position. Local district judges took the oath today to serve the people of Greater Hazleton with fidelity. One is a familiar face on the bench. One is a newcomer and is excited to get started.
I, James Dixon,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
the
Constitution of the United States.
Now, Judge Dixon, Jamie Dixon, has officially hung up his police badge with the Hazleton City Police Department and put on his judicial robe. Dixon was sworn in at the Luzerne County Courthouse with his wife and parents by his side. Judge Dixon takes over for longtime District Judge Tom Sharkey, who served West Hazleton and Hazel Township and decided not to run for another term. The new judge says he's excited to take the bench and has a few goals in sight.
The first goal is obviously to make our community a safer, a better place to live. Second one is I want to change a little things in the office. I want to talk to President Judge Burke, see if I can do a couple hours of night court each month so people who work or are in school have an opportunity to be heard without missing their work or school. I want to be available 24/7 to the community. I'm going to be a full-time judge. This is going to be my only job, and I'm going to be available to everyone and make sure everyone's heard and give everyone a fair and honest shake in a courtroom.
Also taking the oath, Judge Danny O'Donnell, whose courtroom is in the Valley and serves communities like Butler Township and Sugarloaf Township. Judge O'Donnell claimed victory in the general election, running unopposed. We say congratulations to Judge Dixon and Judge O'Donnell. Coming up, if one of these ended up under your Christmas tree this year, then you really need to hear this. Hundreds of thousands of Build-A-Bears have now been recalled. And later, what kind of weather will you toast to this weekend? Your full forecast still ahead. Stay with us.
When is the best time of the year to buy? It's now, the year-end vehicle eradication.
Hi, Jim Kennedy, Sales Manager, Berger Family Dealerships. General Motors has given me a quota for the month of December of 35 Buicks, Cadillacs, and GMCs. With low financing, rebates, discounts, and the best trade guaranteed, you're going to be a winner. So when is the best time of the year to buy? It's now.
Berger, Buick, Cadillac, GMC. Exit 145 off I-81 near the Laurel Mall in Hazel Township.
When considering home health care, choose the leader, All Care Home Care. Serving the area for almost a quarter of a century, All Care Home Care's compassionate RNs and LPNs provide medical, physical, and speech therapy, combined with dietary and medical social worker services. Locally owned and operated, All Care Home Care is there for you and your loved ones. All Care Home Care, South Poplar Street in Hazleton.
We here at Baffield Family Chiropractic want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a healthy New Year.
Happy holidays! When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
Check out the newly designed Chrysler 200, or how about the 2-door Jeep Wrangler or 4-door Unlimited. Jeep Patriot is named Best Priced SUV in America. Jeep Grand Cherokee styling is second to none. Jeep Compass named Top 10 fuel-efficient SUV with sophisticated styling. It's Ram commercial truck season. Get what you deserve, power, performance, and a Dodge Ram. How about Dodge Journey Seat 7 with 4-wheel drive, a winning combination. Dodge Durango, let the towing begin. Best in class, up to 7,400-pound capability. It's All-American Tamaqua.
Howdy. There are commercials running right now that want you to believe that the only way to get your diabetic testing supplies covered by Medicare is to use mail order. Nothing could be further from the truth. At Standard Drug, we'll deliver monitors, strips, lancets, even batteries for your monitor. You'll have no upfront cost. We'll bill Medicare. We'll bill your supplemental. Why, you'll even save the cost of a postage stamp. Standard Drug, your headquarters for diabetic supplies.
Did you know every day is Earth Day at Harry's U Poulet Auto Parts? Harry's U Poulet pays you top dollar for your used vehicle. All vehicles are environmentally recycled, and then the parts are sold at unbelievable low prices. Call us for more details at 459-9901 or visit us on the web at wegotuse.com.
A Schuylkill County man charged with causing a crash that killed a Mahanoy area high school teacher earlier this year is now headed to trial. 38-year-old Edward O'Boyle, who is a free man tonight after posting bail, faces a long list of charges, including homicide by vehicle while DUI and involuntary manslaughter. O'Boyle was arrested by state troopers who say he caused the crash that claimed the life of 51-year-old Jeffrey Donnelly of Barnesville back in September. Troopers said O'Boyle's SUV crossed over into the oncoming lane while going uphill around a curve in the road. The SUV then collided head-on with Donnelly's motorcycle. At the time of the accident, O'Boyle showed signs of being intoxicated, and a blood test revealed he was over the legal limit. Donnelly taught at Mahanoy area and was also involved in youth softball and high school football. Well, children love to cuddle up with their favorite stuffed animal when they get into their nice warm beds. But if the one they choose is a Build-A-Bear, parents are urged to make sure it's not one of the 300,000 that have been recalled. The specific teddy bears that have been recalled are Colorful Hearts teddy bears. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported, but the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission warns that the teddy bear's eyes could loosen and fall out, posing a choking hazard to children. Consumers are advised to immediately take the recalled teddy bear from children and return it to any Build-A-Bear store to receive a coupon for any available stuffed animal from Build-A-Bear. For more information, you can call that company at 866-236-5683. Well, whatever happened to good old-fashioned cable TV? Many may be wondering the same question after rating Netflix among the worst performers in customer satisfaction. Netflix was among the largest online retailers to get a thumbs down by their customers. Not surprisingly, Netflix saw the biggest decline in customer satisfaction after attempting to raise prices and split its DVD and video streaming services. One of the 40 largest online retailers surveyed, Overstock.com, was last. You pick them and the results are in. We'll reveal your 2011 top story choices coming up. But first, Freddie B joins us for some sports action. He'll fill you in on how the Cougars are doing on the basketball court. There was a tournament last night. Stay with us.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in to win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Eugene Rosado of McAdoo. Eugene, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
We're still coming to Jimmy's.
We are too!
Our community has suffered many accidents and traumas over the past couple of weeks and used hundreds of pints of blood. This has caused the community blood inventory to drop to a critical level. Please donate blood with Miller Keystone Blood Center. Check out giveapint.org today.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
It's the 20th year of the Cougar Holiday Classic boys basketball down at Hazleton Area High School, and Cougars have won a bevy of those, and they've played in a lot of the championship games. Last year, they lost on opening night and had to settle for the consolations, and that was not something that everybody was happy about. So this year, they put a lot of emphasis on winning the game night one so they could play in the championship game. Mission accomplished. Let's take a look. Last night, the opponent was Pleasant Valley, and Kenny Piankowski's club. I remember Kenny was a standout at Nanticoke back in the day, and also went on and had a good career at King's College, and he's battling against the Cougars. This one was an interesting game early on, and got to be a very physical game, because that's just the type of team we're talking about here. Now, Pleasant Valley in the dark blue there, and Hazleton Area in the home whites, and one of the things you've got to take a look on right here, the backcourt play. Salbiazzi, he's just a sophomore, but he does not play like a sophomore. If you take a look, not only scoring, but just the way he controls the offense, plays real nice defense as well. Biazzi, a key contributor last night. Frankie Vito getting the job done a little bit, but top of the list last night, Tyler Plaxa, I mean, he had himself a game, arguably his best game of the season, and you combine it all together. Plaxa right there, along with his cohorts, really came through, particularly when Pleasant Valley tried to make a move on him, and the Cougars physically outlast Pleasant Valley. There it is, 75-68 your final, and that puts the Cougars in tonight's championship game. And who are they going to play? Well, it'll be the Slaters of Bangor. There's the score. Bangor, they get by Hatboro Horsham, and the matchup tonight in the preliminary, it'll be Hatboro Horsham, Pleasant Valley, and of course Bangor taking on the Cougars. Now, girls basketball last night, Joe Gavio's gang comes up on the short end of things to Westmont Hilltop, team from the Johnstown area, and that keeps them 0 for the season. It's just hard to believe. We're so used to having girls basketball be one of the leaders in all the sports, all the seasons, but not this year. Meanwhile, Marion, they get upended by Dunmore. District 2 team clips the Phillies 40-38. There's the matchups again tonight. Cougars, Bangor, that's the nightcap of the championship game. Pleasant Valley, Hatboro Horsham. That's a 6 o'clock start down at the Guillen Gym, and should be an interesting evening of basketball. Let's go up to the Scranton area. The Taylor Lions Classic sees MMI boys and Riverside in the consolation game. Speaking of consolation games, that's where the girls basketball is against Marion Center. That's in the Puxatawny tournament. Oh, excuse me, it's they're playing Puxatawny. There, it's right there. They're playing Puxatawny in the consolation game. Marion Center will be playing Westmont Hilltop in the championship. Salem Christian in MMI consolation game girls basketball, and in wrestling, action still continuing down in the Christmas City, the Christmas tournament involving a whole host of teams down there in the Bethlehem area. You know, the one thing that happens at the holidays, you forget what day of the week it is. You get a little confused. Well, tonight is Thursday, and, well, what that means, is you can go up to Bottlenecks and have yourself a real good time, because each and every Thursday it's Rack 'em Up Rib Night. They have the fire-grilled ribs, half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs. You get the bottomless fries, the whole deal for just $9.95. Bottlenecks, great place to be. They sponsor us each and every night right here on SSP Television.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks, but now a new, tasty reason to stop by. Brand new fire-grilled ribs. A half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, fire-grilled to perfection. And the best night to give them a try is Thursday for Rack 'em Up Rib Night, featuring the delicious ribs served with bottomless fries for only $9.95. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks.
On behalf of the staff here at Billick Helms Insurance Agency, we would like to wish all of our family, friends, clients a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The Mountain View Cemetery, located along North Street in West Hazleton, has served as a final resting place for beloved members of area families since 1900. This non-denominational cemetery is available for all. The new section will use flat bronze grave markers to denote the name of the loved ones. Please contact the Mountain View Cemetery Association, 454-8101.
Quality Beverage wishes you peace and joy at Christmas time and throughout the coming year. Happy holidays from Quality Beverage. Here's to good friends, good times, good health, good cheer, and happy holidays throughout the year. Happy holidays from your friends at Lehigh Tire. Christopher J. Falvello wishes you peace and joy at Christmas time and throughout the coming year. Happy holidays from Christopher J. Falvello, General and Implant Dentistry.
When considering home health care, choose the leader, All Care Home Care. Serving the area for almost a quarter of a century, All Care Home Care's compassionate RNs and LPNs provide medical, physical, and speech therapy, combined with dietary and medical social worker services. Locally owned and operated, All Care Home Care is there for you and your loved ones. All Care Home Care, South Poplar Street in Hazleton.
All right, heading outdoors right now, let's check out your forecast from the National Weather Service, taking you through the holiday weekend. How will we usher in 2012, saying goodbye to 2011? We see cloudy skies with a chance of flurries and a low down to 26 degrees for the rest of tonight. And here is your 4-day outlook as we start off with Friday. Look for cloudy skies. 42 will be our high. We'll dip down to 29. Saturday, look for flurries to be flying with a high up to 41 degrees, and we'll dip down to 28 degrees for your New Year's Eve. If you're heading outdoors to First Night Hazleton, bundle up. And then for your Sunday, the first day of 2012, we see a chance of showers under partly sunny skies. We'll climb up to 44 degrees. I don't know why those snow flurries are there. I don't see any in the forecast. But Monday, look for a chance of snow showers, cloudy and breezy for your Monday with a high near 32, dipping down to 16 on your Monday night. Your forecast tonight brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, North Broad Street, West Hazleton. Call 459-0310 and make an appointment for your furry friend as soon as you can. All right, finally, before we welcome 2012, News 13 wants to take a look back on the top stories of 2011. We asked what you thought, and the results are in. Now, here locally, the Penn State scandal has hit the top of your list amongst our social chatter on our Facebook page. Nationally, the killing of Osama bin Laden caught your attention the most. We will take a look at those headlines along with so many more stories coming up tomorrow in our New Year's edition of News 13. So if you missed the news all year, tomorrow's the day to watch. We'll fill you in on the top stories of 2011. You definitely will not want to miss it. All right, that does it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Don't forget you can catch us at ssptv.com along with the broadcasts of our news tonight and into your Friday morning. Again, ssptv.com, your one-stop shop for everything Hazleton. Don't forget to join us tomorrow, 5 to 6, a special edition of News 13 where we recap the year that was, 2011, and look forward to 2012. We'll see you then. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Good night.